Today I share with you why decluttering my space and my body changed my life completely and how you can do it too. In the society where I'm living, I always feel and have that impression that people have a lot of stuff. So they even move to a bigger apartment because they have so much stuff that it's not possible to live for them in a smaller apartment. So they are just paying more rent for a bigger apartment because all their stuff is not fitting in the place where they are living right now. There is always that feeling that everything is available at any time, but still people are gathering all that stuff and they are not taking the time to sort things out. And this is not only in the outside world. So for me, the outside world is just a mirror. The inner and the outer are connected, and the same is happening inside of us. So we are gathering all that stuff over the years, but we never take the time to sort these things out. And that's why I'm sharing this video with you today, because I discovered so many different kind of techniques or ideas how we can clear ourselves in the inner, and this leads to a clearance in the outer world. So it is connected, because I often felt that where is the space to live? We have that apartment or house where we live, but actually it's so full that there is no space to live. That's how I came to that topic, and now I'm really enjoying to sort things out. This is not only in the inner, it can start in the inner, and then it leads to a feeling of sorting things out in the outer world, but it can also start in the outer world. So you go and take a step into your storage and ask yourself what you really need of all that stuff that you have. And if you're sorting these things out in the outer world, in my experience, then there's also that feeling in the inner. Let's say that there is that new space in the inside of us that was made free by sorting the things out in the outside world. I have the feeling that often we are not aware of the hidden weight of all that stuff. So we are living our life, we feel very stressed, we feel that our mind is super full, that we have so many things to do, and actually we feel very heavy and we don't know why, or we have some kind of diseases and we ask ourselves why I have that disease, how I can heal it. For me, to sort things out is a key for that. I did a lot of experiments in the past. For example, I did some fasting. At one point in my life, I did the fasting for 30 days. So it might sound a bit crazy, but it was very intense. After that 30 days of not eating, and even on some days I didn't drink a lot, so I did it very intense. It was a kind of reset, and that reset was a reset for my body, but not only for my body. So I had that digestive issues before, and all that digestive issues disappeared after that fasting period. So actually it was very healing, but not only that, it was a kind of clearing of that inner space. I felt so light, it's incredible to describe. I felt like I have that much time available and that space, and this I didn't feel before in my life at no time at all. So it was a very intense cleaning of my body, but not only of my body, also of my mind. And also during this fasting period, I felt like sorting things out in my house, because somehow it feels like if you're sorting things out in your inner space, you also feel like decluttering stuff in your house, material stuff. It's kind of like a deep detox in your life. And for me at this time, it was very helpful. And I feel that you don't have to do it like this, that crazy 30 days. But I feel like it's very important from time to time to take that period or days where you give yourself the space to detox, to sort things out in the inner, but also in the outer world. And then life is completely transformed. It's like a reset that feels very good for me. And I think that in this society it is very much underrated, because everybody is trying to gathering more and more and more stuff, but not only stuff, also in form of more experiences and all these kind of impressions that we take in. They have to be digested at some point, and for this I feel it's very helpful to give yourself the time and space to sort things out. So it might be easier for you to start in the outer world. So you start by sorting things out in your home. And if I'm doing that, I'm always asking myself what I really need, what I really enjoy, what is there that I actually don't need, but I just have that fear that if I'm giving it away, I might miss it at some point. And then I try to really dive into that fear and ask myself why I have that fear. How does it feel? So for me, it feels much more free if I'm having that space where I'm living and I have things. I'm not a complete minimalist that has, I don't know, only 10 things, but I enjoy some things for whatever reasons. But it's important for me to ask myself from time to time what I really need and enjoy, and what of all these things I never use. I have them, but actually I never use them. So they have no value. And if I give them away, then there is this space created where it's possible that something new is coming to me because that space is available. And that is not only for the outside world, for the material stuff. I think that's also valid for that inner space. So I give that things away that I don't need anymore. And maybe there is that space where something new is coming into my life that I'm enjoying now in this period. Or maybe there's nothing new that is coming into my life, but it's just nice to have that free space And also, if you think about it, you are occupied with all that stuff that you have in your house. So even if you have a lot of space, okay, for all these things, and it's not a problem of, let's say, space, because you have a big apartment, you have enough space to store all that stuff, but still it costs you energy, because everything that is inside of your house has to be cleaned from time to time. Then you also have stuff where you have to maintain it, and all this costs energy. And if you let go of the things that you don't need, you gain a lot of energy, and that energy you can use for something different, for something that you enjoy, to create something, or whatever is important for you in this moment. Because a lot of people, they are complaining that they're not having enough energy, that they feel tired. And I can understand this, but if we gather all that stuff over the years and we never sort it out, then it's not a surprise that we are tired and we lack in energy, because all the things that we have, they need attention and energy. And that's why for me it's absolutely healing to declutter stuff, because this energy that is getting freed is needed by your body in order to heal. So if you want to start from the inner to sort things out, in my experience, meditation is the most powerful tool for that. And I'm sharing a lot of different kind of meditation techniques on my YouTube channel. And what is very powerful is also to express that stuff that you're having inside of you in order to free yourself. And there are different tools how you can express all that impressions, emotions, and stuff that you gathered inside of you over the years. For example, I love to dance. It's a beautiful form for me to express. And I love to paint. But of course, there are many other different kind of ways how you can express yourself. Also, bodily movement, if you do some kind of sport, is very helpful for that, I feel. And after you are doing such a kind of exercise or bodily movement, I have the impression that I feel much more light, that there is more space available in the inner, because you have the possibility through that expression or movement to get rid of the stuff that was gathered inside of you, and to set these things free. And then space is created in the inside. Another good experiment that you could do if you want to start to declutter yourself and your home is to start by watching your eating behavior. In this world, it's easy to eat too much, because it seems like, at least in the society where I live, that food is always available. You can easily buy a lot of food everywhere, and people tend to eat too much. So it's very interesting to start by watching yourself, how you eat, what you eat, if it's really needed by your body. So often we eat because of the taste, it tastes good, but actually we don't need that food. we don't need that kind of food because it has no nutrition for our body, but also we are already full, but we continue eating because we enjoy to eat and somehow we like the taste. But everything that we eat in additional that is not needed by the body will put some weight, some extra weight, and you have to carry that extra weight every day through your life, and it will cost you energy. That energy would have been available. That's why I feel it's a very interesting experiment to be aware of what you eat, how much you eat, and what is really needed by your body. After doing that fasting period, it became much more clear for me how much the body actually really needs and what I'm just eating because I enjoy to eat because of whatever reasons it might have. And my experience is that the body needs much less than I gave to it before. If I'm giving my body the right food, whatever that is for you in that moment and whatever your body needs, then it's not needed to eat that much. For me, it's a very important and interesting anchor to watch that and how it influences my daily life, how I feel, how does my body feel, because the body and the mind, they are connected. If I'm eating a certain kind of food, it might have an effect on my mind, on my feelings, how my day is going. So it's, in my experience, a very valuable experiment that you can just start to try for one day, let's say, and see how it goes. As I did that fasting experiment, I felt very free. My mind became very clear, and that has shown me that there is that connection even if we are not aware of it. I discovered that this minimalist lifestyle is so interesting because that feeling that we always have to fill our life with something in order to be happy, that feeling somehow dissolves. I have much more energy to create, to enjoy life, to do the things that I like to do, because I'm not that occupied with all that stuff in the inner or the outer that I'm actually not needing anymore. So that life of searching somehow something in the outside world that will fulfill you or make you happy, that idea dissolves, and that's creating that space where there are so many new opportunities that can come in your life because you have that inner or outer space that is attracting that new things or new experiences that are coming in your life. So I'm somehow feeling more open, more freed, and more light. I want to ask you, so if you're planning to start to declutter today, what would you let go of today in order to feel lighter? So what can you sort out today, what you actually don't need anymore? Please share it in the comments. It would be very interesting for me. I hope this video could be an inspiration for you to dive into yourself to watch yourself and see what is there, and sometimes just by watching, thoughts, things, emotions dissolve. And maybe this video is a starting point for you to sort things out in your home. It's very important and it's a big step, and I think it's absolutely valuable to take the time for yourself to do that. It's very helpful. In any case, I thank you so much for watching. I wish you a beautiful day and hope to see you in the next video.